Hello my friends, Adrian Singh here and welcome to my webinar. Today we are continuing with our learnings from the great book Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. And today we'll be talking about his secret number 2, which is the cause. So no matter what product or service we're selling, we have to differentiate ourselves. You either differentiate or die. So in differentiating your product or service, one of the key elements is coming up with a cause to move people from their present product or service to a higher ground, which is the new opportunity that you're offering. So stay tuned and learn more about Russell Brunson's secret number 2, the cause. Welcome back. So in Russell Brunson's book Expert Secrets, we're on to secret number 2, which is the cause. So I'd like to start by going over a little bit of what was taught before on red ocean, blue ocean, which comes out of the book Blue Ocean Strategy, written by W. Chan Kim and Rene Montborg. So in this, just to summarize, there's the red ocean where most companies are competing. It's where there's a market filled with products there's very little differentiation, and that's called a red ocean, where we see it's full of blood, it's shark infested waters. You have sharks swimming in, which is your competitors, and because you have not differentiated yourself in any significant way, you're feeding on the same pool of fishes, which is your customers. So to be able to move from red ocean to a blue ocean, you have to understand that there's the market that you operate in, and then there's the sub-market, and then you have to find your niche. To move from your market to your niche, you have to find as many ways as possible to differentiate your product. So one of the ways in which, there are many ways to differentiate. So in Russell Brunson's book, we started by talking about creating a movement, and then finding a charismatic leader, and then now comes the cause. So the cause is what is going to move people from their comfort zone to where you want to take them. All right? Because you can be as great a charismatic leader as you can be. If you don't have a cause to move them, then you will not be able to achieve the end result. So I refer to the book The True Believer by Eric Hoffer. And in this book, Eric Hoffer spoke about the fear of the future, which is change, and people having faith in the future. So you have to move people from being afraid of change, afraid of the future, to having confidence in the future, which is what you bring to the table. All right? So here's what Eric Hoffer says. Fear of the future causes us to lean against and cling to the present. We don't want to move forward. While faith in the future renders us perceptive to change. We are open to change now. In the circumstances where people fear the future, they typically stop moving forward. They are not going to listen to what you have to say, even if you are a charismatic leader. For you to have success in this business, you have to give your followers hope and something better so they will perceive the change that you're offering is good for them, and they will be open to the change. You do this by painting a vision of the future, of what you want them to be. So you have your charismatic leader, and you have your customers, and you want to move your customers to a higher ground, which is your cause. And once you can move them to a higher ground, they will then discover the new opportunity, which is what you have to offer. Okay? So most people want to cast all their faith and personal responsibility into something bigger than themselves. It happens in politics, it happens in religion, where people are attracted to these movements because of the huge body of learning, and that they perceive that it will make them a better person or take them to a better place. It happens in religion, it happens in political movement, and it also happens in workplaces. And it will be true for your movement as well. People will plug in to something bigger than themselves. So it is your job to create that movement. Okay? So there are some key principles in moving people to the cause. One of which, so these are the two principles. Where can they place their hope and faith? And number two is help them to break their 4-minute mile. So stay tuned to our next video where we will go into depth about the key principles in moving people from where they are to identifying with the cause that you're offering. Stay tuned to our next video. Thank you.